Hello again, family. It's Pastor T with another edition of Connecting the Dots Unscripted. I wanted to talk a little bit today about hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. For me, and we're talking about the political process and things that have been happening to our country recently at the hands of legislators around the country, and certainly at the hands of the Supreme Court of the United States. I'm talking about moving the goalposts, that one standard is established for one thing and then a different standard for something that is very similar. For instance, with recent rulings concerning abortion, they said that the matter should be left to the states. So we're not going to say that there's a federal right for a woman to control her own reproductive choices. We're going to leave that to the states. But hey, when it comes to guns, we're going to establish a federal mandate that strikes down local laws and regulations to try and reform gun use and gun laws. And we're going to say, no, the feds, we're going to take care of that. And we're going to strike down any regulations for weapons. So if it's a woman controlling her body, we're leaving it to the states. If it's controlling weapons, jurisdictions, local jurisdictions and states, we're not giving you that authority. We're going to do it as the feds. They're moving the goalposts. And that is it's ironic, but without any sense of irony or shame at all. The same group of people, the same members of the GOP, the gangsta old party, are doing whatever they want to do, and they don't care what anybody thinks. And I think that's one of the big differences between the two parties, because it's not as if the Democrats are any great heroes as far as not having some stink on them. But at least I think the Democrats at least pretend as though they feel bad, or they're like, well, they're concerned. Well, what will people think? The Republicans don't care what people think. They do what they want to do without apology. And that's why we are where we are. And they move the goalposts. How else have they done this? We talked about this in the past, but I'll reiterate it just for your edification and for those who have not joined us before. Justice Scalia died February of 2016. And the Senate, the Republicans who were in control of the United States Senate said, we're going to ignore what the Constitution says about advice and consent, and we will not accept a nomination from President Obama because it's an election year and we think the people should decide. Scalia died in February. They say then the people should decide. And because of the Electoral College, Donald Trump, who lost by 2.9 million votes, got in and was able to make that appointment and two more. The third of which, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, died in September of 2020. The rationale from 2016 no longer applied. Let's ram through another justice very quickly before the end of, before the election comes. Again, moving the goalposts, hypocrisy, otherwise known as lying, having no sense of standard, I guess, no sense of consistency, no sense of truth telling. They just make it up as they go along. Whatever suits them at that particular nanosecond, that's what they do. It is hypocrisy. And then finally, with respect to folks who call themselves pro-life, they're the party that thinks that, you know, the God of the universe is a member of their political party. They call themselves pro-life, but their policies show scant support for things that will actually support life outside the womb. They're deathly concerned with infants, with not even infants, with fetuses in the womb. But the nanosecond you come out of the womb, you're on your own. You're on your own. And that's not pro-life, family. That's pro-birth. That's a problem because they're compelling women to, even in some states, they don't care if you've been raped, molested, victim of incest, any of that, carry the baby to term. Really? But then when the baby gets here, no concern for what happens next. That is hypocrisy. And we, the people, have to hold people accountable for that. You're going to be sitting in positions of power where you're supposed to do things on our behalf as citizens of this country. Then you need to do the right thing and be consistent. And if you're not, we're going to call you out. And we need to show up at the polls and fire everybody who's lied to us, who's tried to take our rights away, who are making our country a more dangerous place, and replace them. And then if the people we replace them with don't handle their business, or better still, handle our business, we the people's business, we'll fire them to recall election them if we have to, and put somebody else in there. Enough of this foolishness, people. The very existence, the country is facing existential threats right now. The very existence of the United States of America as a country that we would gladly own, be a part of, and even recognize is at stake. And it is in our hands. Handle your business. Over and out. This is Pastor T. Take care.